Hiya, I just thought I'd do a quick video because so I'm just going to get myself settled so it's the right position. Just thought I'd do a quick video to chat about the fact that I'm feeling very bolster eaty and comfort eaty and sort of kind of I've been struggling the last 3 days, and it's got itself into a bit of a cycle. I knew it was coming because I could tell that would be a problem. Today has been a tougher day. So the other 2 days were all right. They're okay. It was all sort of based quite carefully on food optimizing, and it wasn't too bad. Everything was all relatively under control. It was just a little bit few here and there, and I could tell it was there, and I sort of used different techniques. But I'm just really feeling the real pull to consume foods that are going to give me a boost or give me an energy or make me numb myself inside and generally just blot everything out a bit. And I can really feel that. Again, it's not gone crazy. I don't feel completely and utterly out of control, but I'm getting this sensation of still wanting to eat even if I'm full. Kind of feeling like I read ages ago in a magazine, Slim magazine, where you get this sense of wanting to eat even after you have eaten, and even if it's not giving you the hit you're after, you still doing it because it used to do it, and so therefore you think it will do it at some point if you just keep eating enough, and it's just like a little bit of a sensation of that. I've been making sure I've been having plenty of coffee for the boost, because the coffee will provide the boost rather than the food, but I can just feel it happening. So, because it's happening, I've sort of had a little chat to myself internally and kind of rationalise what's going on. Now, I recognise that person in my head who's doing that is a different person to the one who enjoys being a size 10 person and enjoys being sort of slim and enjoys enjoys being a slim person. That's a different person in there. That person is just like trying to look after me. It's trying to protect me. It's trying to numb me. It's trying to help me deal with difficult situations. And I knew that coming away from Trench and Bee might have a result of that, because it was such a good weekend. We had such a fantastic time that we had, the kids were looked after for 3 nights, and that has not happened in an since the kids were born. So obviously we've had an occasional evening out, so that someone would come here at kind of 6 or something, and then we'd go out for a couple of hours, and then we'd come back, and we've had that on occasions, but really not for 3 nights. And yes, we saw them briefly on the Sunday, but it was incredible to have that freedom back, and not only that, but do something where you felt like you were really making a difference in people's lives. Really felt like I was being useful and functional, and all my skills I'd learned, I was actually, making a difference. And I think when you look after kids, you can sometimes, the reward is not as instantaneous, is it? It's a long, slow reward. You get the moments here and there where you realise you've really helped your child be a kind and considerate person, and it's hard to, it's such a hit being at Trench and Bee. It was fantastic, and obviously it's been good to have the shop, because the shop gives a great hit as well, because obviously you can be supportive and helpful to people, and we've got lots of other things in the pipeline. We've got Live Aid coming up, in April, and so I'm booking bands for that, and lots of lovely things that you can kind of focus on. So I knew it was going to be a drop, and it has been a drop. So we've got school next Thursday. So I know that, so it all sort of kicked back into place, and I know that, and I just got to be kind to myself and recognise that the person that wants me to eat is only looking after myself. It just wants to look after me, and I've sort of been learning. One of the bands that played at Trench and Brew was called De Fuego, and it's a classical guitar. It's a Spanish style guitar playing. And she gave us her book to sell in the shop. So we've got that in the shop. And on the back it said that she got a YouTube channel. So I had a look at her YouTube channel, and I can't remember what else she's called. Adina, somebody or other. Adina, and it's the Spanish Guitar Centre or something. I can't remember. Spanish Guitar Channel, I suppose. I can't remember exactly what it was called. And I'd been looking on there, and there's some wonderful things in there, some little lessons and stuff. So I had a little go at learning some rumba style sort of strumming techniques, and that was a lot of fun. And I restrung my classical guitar, so it's got fresh strings on it, so I've been playing with that. And that's been nice to do something different with my hands and different with my mind. So I've been trying to drop into that as much as I can in the evenings. It's been a struggle getting back to the kiddie routine because, of course, 3 nights out of not having to do the bath time and the bedtime and the story time, such freedom. But to be honest, it's been hard to push myself back into it. I mean, I've got to do it, obviously, I know that. But it's been hard to kind of, get back into the swing of things. And so I've been doing plenty of coffee over that time, so I've got a bit of energy and but it's been very tricky. And I think one of the things that my body's trying to do is just trying to numb everything down a bit so that it's not so much of a drop. It wants to find moments for me again, which is why I was happy about doing the guitar. And I know that food in the past was a way of me having a moment for myself, because it's kind of hard for anybody to interrupt really while you're eating. It's a little scrap of a moment. And I know that also when time gets really tough and tight for a space for myself, that food becomes the only escape. And that's realistic to say because, when you are in the depths of it all, when you are in the depths of child rearing and you're finding it really hard and there's nobody else there that's going to do it and you're stuck and you've got to do it, and even though you're exhausted and you still got to do it, there's a little bit of a hope that a biscuit here or there, or a hot drink here and there, and some crisps and some just a few seconds worth that gives you some, it just allows you some. I understand why my brain has still got that wired in. I get that. I'm really looking forward to group on Monday because, of course, I haven't been to group for the last 2 weeks, and I really think that will just set me back into my mode again. I know I've still got my habits. I've still got plenty of fruit in the house. Snacking on fruit. There's still been plenty of free food and speed food in there. I've been snacking on. I've been having some good meals. So it's all been in there. It's just I can really feel it starting to creep in, and I am desperately trying to give my brain other ways in which it can cope. But this evening's been tough because, of course, my partner's gone out to open mic night, which is obviously great. But the downside is the kids are upstairs watching telly and their little phones, and there's nobody downstairs, which means that you can get away with your secret eating. You can get away with you know, the kids aren't questioning me while I'm eating things because they're immersed in what they're doing. You know, they've had the bath, they brushed their teeth. So I came downstairs and I ended up having a quick snack and a bit of a watch of telly before I go and you know, get them their stories, and you know, it's all I recognise what's happening. I know what's going on. It's all very familiar. It's all very ways in which I coped anyway, when looking after the kids. I know that it's been tough this week. Yeah, he's run out of charge in his little phone. He'll come down and find me, I think. So I'm here, baby. You want to come down?
I was just watching telly.
Yeah.
And it won me 50, but it didn't at all won me 5.
Oh.
So it ran out.
Did it drop right out?
Yeah, and
Okay, just doing a quick video. Would you like to choose a story and then Mummy read your story? You're just going to have a little grump there for a minute.
oh, I really want to.
You want to do this telly? You run out of telly. So, it really went telly. That's a good thing. It's a good thing it's run out. Now you can choose a story now, can't you? Want to have a choose of a story? Do you want to have a little look for the library books and see if there's a good one? Yeah, so I I know the habits that I'd accumulated have helped me well through this time. I know that I recognise why I feel like I want to comfort myself with food. I know that, and I recognise lots of its cues from the past of habits. Teely.
No, I'm saying television.
And it's nowhere near as hard as it used to be, but my brain kind of doesn't want to take the risk. It just goes just in case it all goes terribly wrong. You need to eat, and that's hello. That's not a path I'd like to take. So my plan of action is to go to group on Monday. I'm not going to tell myself that I'm bad for doing what I did. I'm not going to give myself a guilt trip. I'm not going to tell myself that I should feel guilty for what I've eaten or what I've done or my behaviour. I'm going to recognise it as a warning sign and an alarm bells to tell me that I need to take it easier on myself and be gentler. I knew I was going to take it easy on myself, and it's been a tough old long slog all week because we started the week exhausted. So Monday and Tuesday we were extremely tired, and it took quite a little while to really kind of get back into it. Even though obviously she started looking after the kids again on Monday afternoon and got back to work again on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday were tiring. Hello. So I recognise why it's been hard. And yes, I would have been very grateful to myself if I'd not done what I did, but I have, and I'm not. The benefit of seeing things as food optimizing is that it's all about the ratios. So it doesn't matter that I've eaten what I ate. I'm still allowed to eat. Yeah.
Do you like my fortress?
I do like your fortress. You made a little house.
This is my little...
So I'm going to carry on eating as if I need to eat. I'm certainly not hungry now, as I made my coffee. Next plan of action was to just do a video, so I can just chat about how I feel and make it a obvious thing, because I was a bit aware that I was doing a little bit of secret eating in terms of taking advantage of there being nobody around in order to eat things that I wouldn't really want other people to see that I was eating. A little bit of accountable for your actions type of behaviour. And also a moment to, what's the word, kind of draw a line under and move on in terms of recognising that, like when you go to group, your end of the week. Excuse me. I think mostly I'm sad because it went so incredibly well at Trenchbury, and the feeling of it was so good that there's a bit of me that has to kind of shut away those feelings now in order to cope with what I'm doing right now. So this is all just a process, and the kids are young right now. They still need me, and they're 10 and 6, so they need me around and they need me to do things. And yes, sweet pea.
Do you see me?
No, I can't because you're in your fortress.
No, not straight towards me.
Oh, you're saying in the oh yes, I can see you in the reflection. You can see me in the reflection, can't you?
Hi.
Hello. Which I'm very honoured to be part of their lives. I am extremely honoured.
And now I can pretend you're outside.
I'm living in the garden. So it's just taking a moment to reorganise my brain into the processes.
Okay,
I'll be back into school routine next Thursday, so which will mean I get a bit more time. I'll be every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hello, 9 till 2 in the shop. And we'll start getting our lunch times back again. So it'll be right back into the routine of food. But I do not really want to be doing... Hello, don't really want to be doing bolster eating and comfort eating over tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. That's not. I don't really want to be going down that path. So I just need to. Tomorrow we've got a day off in terms of we have a no telly day on a Sunday, and we take a boat around the house. So I'm just going to take some time. Just take some lots and lots and lots of time. And on Monday I got some time to myself because I go to Slimming World. I'm just going to get right back into the routine of food, of eating when I would normally eat. I mean, the food part's been great because I've still been doing my batch cooks and everything is working beautifully well. Just going to tweak it back to being a bit more food optimising. What's the word? I don't know what opposite of non-food optimising is. Hello.
I'm gonna set it to the...
I think I'm going to food optimise more effectively instead of my food optimising over the last few days has not been quite as effective as I would like. I feel. I think it just needs a little bit of tipping on the balance scale. I have not been optimising my food to its maximum capacity. I think I could work harder on optimising my food, so that's what I'm going to do. Going to focus a little bit more. I haven't weighed myself over the past 3 days, and there's a little bit of me feels like I've put on 12 stone, but I know that won't have been the case. So I just need to calm down and be kind to myself. I'm going to get this little boy a story because he's bouncing around on the sofa now. He needs to find himself a story, and then we'll get him a story and get him snuggled in. My coffee's there, but it's been 20 minutes now, so I'll go and microwave that. And then be ready. Thank you all so much for being there for me, just to take a moment just to reassess and find a little path out. Sometimes you just need find a little path. Get a little bit lost sometimes, don't you, in the woods, and you just need to find a path out. Sometimes you take a few wrong paths along the way, but as long as you keep searching, then you'll find a path out, and that's all it is. It's just a moment to readdress, to make sure I'm not going to continually go in the wrong direction. Yes. So just, keep an eye on things. I know the other thing as well that was a problem is we got a couple of bits in the house that probably didn't really help. There was lots of cereal bars that ended up a fair amount of different things. They weren't sort of ultra unhealthy bars or anything. They weren't chocolate bars. It was all very sensible food, but the kids didn't really want to eat as much as I thought of it, and they sort of tipped me over, and it was easy to eat a cereal bar than it was to, I don't know. I just grabbed a cereal bar on the way out and things like that, and it just had a few too many cereal bars. And then we you liked cereal bars, didn't you? And I think sometimes when you're around kids all day, sometimes you end up eating more than you wouldn't necessarily, because they get hungry, don't they? So you end up being faced with more food. What else do we have? Hello. I don't have any crisps, though, did we? So that's quite good. I was really proud of myself. So we didn't buy any crisps. We didn't bring any crisps in the house. You go sort your hair out. Make yourself a smart boy. There you are. I was a smart boy. We didn't even bring popcorn into the house. That's your telly, isn't it? So I was very proud of myself for that. We didn't have any chocolate. Made sure I was going to buy them some chocolate biscuits, and I decided that wasn't a wise choice. Careful, sweet pea, good boy. Is that your? That's your little weight trainer.
I want to pretend you're lifting the weight.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, look.
No.
Put my hand back further. There you are. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is it going up? So heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do we
Now you try and lift
It's heavy. It's very heavy. You didn't get any chocolate bars. Didn't get any chocolate. I was going to get some chocolate biscuits.
Very close to the screen.
But I got them some naked bars instead. And but the trouble is they didn't want to eat them. They didn't like them, but I ate them. So again, it's okay. I think you've had enough now, haven't you? You ready? I think Benjamin's had enough of these videos. Ready? Should we say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
See you later. I'm going to go and find your story.
Yeah.
Lots of love to you all. And
Bye,
see you again soon.
bye.
Bye-bye.